Here at Athletic Culture Stadium, Fernando Rodney.
First road appearance in the IBL, third overall. He comes in with a 1-0 record and an inflated ERA, but obviously a sample size that not really much to look at. 2 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 4 hits. 5 earned runs allowed total for them in that IBL debut of his against Brantford in the season opener.
And some pretty bright sunshine right now for Noah Hull to deal with, facing Rodney. And it's a 1-1 count to him. I will always think of Rodney as a Detroit Tiger, where he spent a big chunk of the first half of his career, 2002 to 2009. But you look at the teams he pitched for: LA Angels, Tampa Bay Rays, Seattle Mariners, Chicago Cubs, San Diego Padres, Miami Marlins, Arizona Diamondbacks, Minnesota Twins, Oakland Athletics, and Washington Nationals. I mean, you can imagine the stories he must have from pitching with all of those different organizations.
And he's doing this for the love of the game. Like, he's 48 years old. Like, think about that. That's a long time to be playing baseball at a high level. He was in the major leagues for 19 years.
We have our own IBL journeyman in Brad Grieveson, 44 years old, the elder statesman on this club. Rodney, 4 years his senior. Swing and a miss by Hull. Strike 3, the throw down to complete it. Austin Boylan in his first IBL game, facing a big league pitcher. How do you like that?
Pretty incredible. I'm not sure that when he woke up today, obviously he didn't know he was going to be the starting lineup, let alone facing a 3-time Major League All-Star.
Foul ball at home plate. Most of those major league teams that I mentioned that Rodney pitched for, he was only there for a season. He did have 2 years for the Mariners, the Rays, and the Angels. And as mentioned, his longest stint was with the Detroit Tigers, including one Tigers team that went to the World Series.
Yeah, 2006. Led the league in saves once with 48 in 2014 with the Mariners. He actually had 2 years prior to that, had 48 saves with the Rays.
Who did the Tigers play in the World Series? I think it was the
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Yes.
The most boring World Series of all time.
2006. To third base down the line, it'll go foul. Gloved by Salazzo. Yeah, it was a fairly uneventful World Series, but it was exciting for Tigers fans because they hadn't been to the World Series since 1984.
And they hadn't been to the playoffs since 1987.
Yeah, I remember both of those years very well. And that 2006 Tigers team, boy, it was something to hear that crowd roaring in Motown.
It's Justin Verlander's rookie year. It was Maglio Ordonez in the prime of his career.
Ordonez hit a big World Series home run too, if I remember correctly. And
he had the walk-off home run in the ALCS.
Now, would Cabrera have been with the Tigers in 06?
Not yet.
Not quite. He was still with Florida, I think.
Yeah.
But what a thrill for Fernando Rodney to be a part of all of that. Fastball inside, 2-2.
Really brushing him back. Boylan's holding his own, though.
That one had to be well into the 90s. Probably upper 90s. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's dialed in. Here's the pitch. Throws it outside. The Cardinal dugout wanted it, but that was well off the plate. 3-2.
You got to imagine he's going to be sitting off speed here after a few consecutive fastballs.
You got almost 30-year difference between these two players here right now at the plate. Checked his swing, they appeal, he went. Back-to-back strikeouts, Hull and Boylan. Boylan thought he pulled the bat back, he didn't. He gets rung up by first base umpire Ryan Jackson, 2 out in the inning.
Number 14.
Yeah, you're looking at 25 years difference between Fernando Rodney and Austin Boylan.
That's crazy.
At the plate. I can't say that I've called a matchup between the pitcher and hitter having 25 years difference between them.
Fans really getting on the back of home plate umpire Jared Merkley here after a couple of calls.
This is Lilis Beltran, who's up to the plate for the first time in this game. And he hits this one to short. And the throw across is in time for the out, and the Cardinals win. A 3-up, 3-down ninth for Fernando Rodney, and Hamilton with a 2-1 win over the Baycats on this Saturday afternoon.
First IBL save for Fernando Rodney. See the iconic Archer pose at Athletic Culture Stadium for the first time in the IBL. And for the Baycats, back-to-back one-run losses to these Hamilton Cardinals. And we saw the offense come alive Thursday, but really stagnant again the last couple games. And got to wonder what the game plan is going to be in Kitchener tomorrow, especially with a lot of the junior players are set to start tomorrow.
And these Cardinal players are fired up, and why not, after, as you mentioned, consecutive one-run wins in this home-and-home series against the defending IBL champion Barrie Baycats. So that'll do it for us here this afternoon from Athletic Culture Stadium. Thank you so much for joining us. For Matty Gale and Julius Hearn, my name is Ben Davey. Good afternoon from Springwater Township.
Next home game is Thursday night. That's June the